Check 1, 2. Welcome to another episode of How to Become an Ethical Hacker. Alright, so what are we gonna do is just keep going from where we have left. As you guys remember, if you guys have ever reached out my last tutorial, we were at a point where we was at the level of 5. So what I'm gonna do is to get to the level 5, but we can't just go ahead and do all those things. We're rather gonna go ahead and just bypass the next button and make it usable, make it clickable to get those points. So let's get back to work. So in this tutorial we got a number of 100, and let's look for the number of 100. Found nothing because we haven't choose our process. We have found our process and we're gonna look for number 100. We got 41 addresses and we don't really know which one is the number of 100. So what are we gonna do is to get to the number of 730. As soon as you get it, we're gonna go ahead and click on the next scan button. We have found it. Let's get our found values to the box over here, the table, the list, whatever you name it. So what are we gonna do is just right click on that our found address, found value, and find out what writes to this address. Go ahead and click yes, and this little window right here is tracking that address. What address? That address. What address again? This one right here. What this one represents? This one represents that number, that value. And what is that value? This value of our, let's say, ammo. It could be our ammo in an online game or in a single player game, and whenever we fire our gun it could change, and that change is now in our tracking window, and we have found something in here, and this thing represents this change. As you guys can see, it counts 2. So I just want to extend this example. Those changes could be a lot more. Whenever you try to find some specific value of an address, you go ahead, type the value in here, go ahead, scan, go ahead, make the change. If you are looking for your health point on a game, then go ahead and lose your health and search again, scan, next scan. So as soon as you made it so far to find that single address in here and you are so sure that this value represents the number of your health or ammo or mana or whatever the thing that is, like the gold, money, whatever it is. If you are so sure that you have found the correct address, you can go ahead and take it down here. Go ahead, right click, find out what writes to this address. Go ahead, play with your found value, lose your health, lose your number of ammo by firing your gun, or spend some gold on a game, buy something on a store. It could be anything, whatever that is. So as soon as you've made it so far and you have just get that found thing line, and if you are so sure that this change is the one that stands right here, then go ahead and double click on it. Why am I just repeating the same thing twice? Is we're lucky to find this on our first trial. You can't just found it in your first tryout. It is not something common. It is what it is, and we have found it on our first tryout just because this is a tutorial that has set up. So it's supposed to be like that. It is so easy to find the line in here on our first trying because we have made it that way. So what are we gonna get is those items in here. These things are the language of our processors, and our processors are speaking with those lines. So this is a program, and it has some codes. Some people have made it, some people have wrote them, but the way we run this program is based on those numbers by our processors. So let's get back to work. As you guys remember, we have double clicked and we got extra info right here. What we're gonna do is click on stop and click on, let's say, add to the code list, and click on OK. We got another window right here. In that window, we got our code move ex. We don't know what that means right now, but we'll be exploring by replacing this one, and we'll try to change the value once again. Oh, we've made it. As you guys can see now, this little button right here is enabled for our sake of use to click, and we have made it so far.